streets of Kabushi constituency. I know what Kabushi has been transformed into. Okay? So it's not actually basically, trying to unseat someone, but this is the core of the people of Kabushi constituency. Because at the end of the day, it should be about the people. It's not about an individual or where someone is coming from. I stay in Kabushi constituency. I've always stayed in Kabushi constituency. So I know what the people of Kabushi constituency are facing. And for me, leadership, again, like I said, is about the people. It's about leading people. It's about leading change. Okay, so if you get into a position and people can't see change in their lives, you have failed. So it's not about Ndalama, getting all these material things to myself. What about the next neighbor? What about other people? So I've been in Kabushi all my life. I've spoken for the people of Kabushi all my life. I joined PF 20 years ago. No single corruption up to now. I've always spoken for the people of Kabushi constituency. I've always spoken what will favor the people. So I'm a person who is now offering myself that people who helped me to be where I am right now, I need to give a service to the people. And I've been proved to the people that it's not about me. I've always done that. No single corruption. I've spoken for the people, always what is right and things that can benefit the people. And that's my ideology. And I'll never depart from that. Thanks.
When you say leadership is about the people, well, how would you describe the leadership that has been exhibited by the incumbent so far? Because if you're going to say, obviously, that leadership is about the people, then the incumbent hasn't exhibited leadership for the people.
Yeah, like I said, if you go to the people of Kabushi and ask them, it's a sorry sight what is happening in Kabushi. So like I said again, the way people should develop, it's thinking for them. As a leader, you should have a vision. Okay, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what is it that I'm doing? Am I helping the people to develop their lives? Okay, because if you give me something, you give me a tukwacha today, Comrade Mwansa, you're not helping me. I'm an able-bodied person. The people of Kabushi are hard workers. I know them because I'm part of them. They are a family to me. I'm not going there for political gain or anything. No, I stay with them. I've stayed in people of Kabushi.
What do you stand for, Mr. Ndalama? What do you stand for?
I stand for honesty. I stand for integrity. I stand for the people, to serve the people. I do believe I was wired and engineered for this time like this one, when we need a new generation of leaders to stand up and speak for the people.
When you're selling the incumbent to the people of Kabushi at that time, what were you standing on?
Of course, when you are in a parties are organizations, okay? And when Mr. Mwansa, I approach you to say, okay, if we do this, this is how we're going to move. You put things on paper to say, are you going to work for the people? And this is the plan that we are going to work for people. And I promise you, okay, as long as for me, it's the people, I'll support you. Okay? But
and you supported the incumbent?
Yes, wholeheartedly, with all my heart. I did everything in my own power. I would spend the whole night, would move in the night, approaching people and telling them, this person has promised this and this is what he's going to do. Okay? And I did what I could with all my heart. But when people get into positions and they change, it's not my fault. I did what I could because there was, a paper to say this is what we are going to work. So if you realize that I can't see change in my people that I've always promised, that we need to save the people, why should I stick there? I see no reason why I should be sticking around and, support an individual or a certain organization that is not promoting my people. That's not me. And I've never been like that. So for me, all my life, it has been for the people. Yeah, people should always come first.
But if we're going to underscore the issue of accountability, you who was in the thing of things and supported heavily the incumbent in Kabushi, help us understand what the plan initially was, what the promises you made to the people of Kabushi were, and how many of those promises would you say, well, maybe he's delivered, and how many of those promises would you clearly say he has not even touched a bit of it?
Just to take you back, comrade, you understand that I've worked with all the PF members of parliament in Kabushi. Okay, actually I started working with the Honorable Nzoa, on FGD, and then Honorable Mischiri, and then Honorable Kazunga, and then Honorable Bomani Lusambo. I was there, I've been always there, working for the people. And anything that, touched the development of the people, I would always push it. And between you and me, I never got help, okay? So I said, it's not about me, it's about the people. The people of Kabushi know my heart, and they know that I don't change. What I stick to is that what I would do, okay? So the people, like I said, it's about the people, it's not about individuals or anything. If we can't develop people, we have failed, we are misleaders. It's not about how much I get from my position. The position should develop other people to move, from their lower position to a certain level of position before I come out of that position. If you have quite a big position, comrade, and then I can't help other people, what is it that position for?
Precisely, maybe I should ask my question again, because we're trying to look at a critical issue of accountability here, Mr. Ndalama. And you said you were there, you would spend sleepless nights with the incumbent, trying to campaign so that the people of Kabushi could give the current incumbent, the vote for him to go to the House. We'll have to understand some of the campaign promises that was drafted in that paper that was shown to you, in that developmental agenda that was shown to you. Would you run us through some of those projects, probably, that the incumbent had promised the people? And maybe you could also tell us how many of those projects he has failed to deliver for the people of Kabushi.
I'll tell you about this. For me, I don't even know how CDF works in Kabushi constituency. That's key number one, because we don't need someone's money. We need the government of Zambia. There's a law that it gives money to its constituencies. So we are talking about CDF money. If you ask the people of Kabushi, I don't know if they have been consulted and engaged on how this money should be used for. Because I do believe the constituency development fund money, it's for the people. You can never decide to do what you want to do with that money. It belongs to the people. So we need to engage the people. And so, in other words, that CDF money, I don't even know what it has done for the people of Kabushi constituency. Okay, that's number one. And then the promises. We did promise a lot of people. There were promises of doing a police station in Kambeba. There's nothing there. There was a promise that 3 million has been reserved, for that police station. I can't see it right now. We promised a lot of. I was going into schools. I went to Luwotu Secondary School. That's where I was educated. I went to Kairo Primary School and all these schools, and we promised them that we're going to give internet. We are going to buy laboratory equipment. To me, education is key, because I am here because of the little education that I have, and I've been pushing myself. So I do believe education can change people, okay? So for me, I was always pushing in that direction to say, to develop people, it's about developing their minds. It's not giving me two words or lollipops so that you can clap for me. No. Comrade Mwansa, the people to develop, we need to change their mindset. Okay, if we pick 2-3 people in their, households and families, those that are doing well, we send them to school, or we speak on their behalf. We had people that, engineers, educated people that will take, can you help us? Nothing, So why should I be sent, It's not like the people of Kabushi don't have the capacity. They're hard-working people. I know them, and they're always cohesive. We work together as a team. We work together as a family. So in Kabushi, basically, if you go there, I wouldn't say much, but if you happen to go there, there's nothing happening. We had designed for 14 roads with Honorable Kazunga because she would always come and consult me. In other words, I've been a good follower, but not a blind follower.
So there's nothing that the incumbent has done in Kabushi?
For me, there's nothing that has been done to say this is how development is. I can't see anything. Maybe if we understand development differently, but for me, I haven't seen anything that I should appoint to say, okay, I'm happy with this. None, zero.
Zero development for the people of Kabushi.
No.
When the incumbent stands on the floor of the House and is making his submission regarding some of the challenges the people of Kabushi are passing through, do you smile that indeed we have got an excellent leader that is effectively representing our people?
Unfortunately, I've never heard our MP speak for the people of Kabushi in Parliament. The last time I heard he was talking about his and this guy, King Malembe and Biflo, that they're in his own car. So I don't know if those guys belong to Kabushi constituency or what. That's the only time I heard him speaking. But yes, so, on development,
But why doesn't he speak?
I can't know, and I'm not him, so I don't know.
But obviously, you sent him to speak for the people. What do you think he doesn't? Why do you think he doesn't speak?
Like comrade, it's maybe personality. We've got different agendas when we're entering into something, and this is why the people of Zambia, and in each and every constituency, they need to dig deeper into their people that are sending to represent them. There's a tendency when elections are coming, they would come and give us sweets and all these things, fooling people. It's not right, And
you're the part of the people that food.
Exactly.
You saw this individual.
Yes.
Of Kabushi.
Exactly, and I don't even regret. I did my part because I didn't know. When you say, okay, this is what we are going to do. Maybe they say when you give power to a person, that's when you see their true character. So this is what I'm saying. It's a learning process. I've learned a lot, and I do believe God. For me, this is how I take it. I don't complain. Whatever happens to me, it's always that there must be something that I'm going to learn.
The Boma Nsambo you campaigned for and the Boma Nsambo today, do you see any difference?
Of course, there's a big difference. Yes.
And in character?
Yeah, of course, yes. This is not the person that, maybe I didn't know him much. Okay? I didn't know. I was trying to oblige to the party and the staff. Maybe I didn't know him much. But like I said, for me, it's something contrary that I was like, okay. I was called all those names. I told him, can you work for the people? I was sent death threats. Okay, there's a case at police in Ndalama that I'm putting your life on red tape. Why should someone put my life on red tape just to tell them the truth? You say, let's work for the people who voted for us. Why? So I realized maybe, he was a brother to me. He was a friend to me. I did everything from deep down, and God knows that, But what did I get in return? Instead of giving thanks, I got thrashed. I was told, you're an insect. My parents, yes, they are late, but they were human beings. Okay, I grew up as an orphan, and I fought bullies. Okay, this is what I'm telling you. I was designed for this time. I sold paraffin in Kabushi constituency, in the streets of Kabushi constituency. I know what it means to come from the bottom, but to stand up for the people. Whether I didn't have money and everything, no single corruption. I would go hungry at home and everything, but I never got anything to please myself. I don't do that, and that's not my personality. My personality, I know when I sleep, I'll sleep peacefully because I've done something to help somebody. And this is the agreement that I agreed with God to say, if you send me in politics, send me that I go be of servant or service useful service to the people, And I've seen God, how God works, They thought maybe they have buried me, but they didn't know that I'm a seat. Right now, I sit on different global organizations, powerful organizations that I'm connected to. And these are the people that are going to work with me. I may not give them money, but I'm going to be sending those children that will be doing well into different universities abroad. And we have signed that. Others, we are going to create employment. There are guys that are coming that we have agreed.
And precisely that's what I was going to. For the people in Lusaka, the name that they have attached to when it comes to Kabushi is the bulldozer himself. And to some, you might seem as if though you were a new face, probably a baby in politics. Maybe for the people that don't know you, help us understand, what track record do you have of yourself that you can tell us?
Okay, like I said,
Ndalama?
yes, politically, actually, I'll tell you that when we formed PF, I was the first youth chairman in Kabushi constituency, in Lubuto ward. I started from the very bottom in Lubuto ward. We created PF. I participated in the naming of the branches and creation of the branches. That was 20 years ago. Okay, I've participated in all the community elections and politics. I was the youngest Lubuto ward chairman. We would go in the market, clean the market. We never used to get paid, but that was giving me, fulfillment because I love to work for the people. So I've got a track record. When I went to Notek, I formed the first branch for Patriotic Front at Notek. When I went to CBU, I formed the first branch Copperbelt University. In 2011, I was using my own car, a special that I was using to pay. I was pirating in the night as a taxi driver to pay for my tuitions at the cooperative ministry. It's the same car that I used. We never used to get money from the party, but we organized the party with my team. They all about all the colleges and universities to support our late President Michael Chilufya-Sata. That was in 2011. I understand what politics is from deep down. And I do believe, because sometimes it's good to work as an underdog. They didn't know that there's someone coming. But I'm here now, and I'm well equipped, wired, to stand up for the people, and I've got the experience, I've got the knowledge, the skills and everything, the international connections, and everything that we need to help other people develop. So I'm coming from a process, not a fake TV, whatever it is, but I've worked a grassroots politics, a genuine politics with people-centered leadership, and this is what I've been all the time. If you ask people that I work with, they'll tell you. I don't speak for myself. I've always spoken, guys, if there's this, let's share. And that's how I've done 20 years without a single corruption in politics. It's not a joke.
You seem to be very consistent about 20 years without a single corruption in politics. Are there other people that are, feeding off corruption by mere fact of them belonging to the Patriotic Front?
Of course, yes. We can't say there's no corruption unless we want to be lying to ourselves, or I'm the only Jew in Jerusalem. But before parties, I'm a Zambian, and I need to speak the truth. If I come here because I want to win an election and then I speak lies, that's not me. I never do that. Even in politics, in PF, I would tell people that as a Patriotic Front, we need to work hard. People would say, no, everything is intact. But I'll tell them, we need to work hard. I do understand what politics is. I do understand the nitty-gritties and the psychology of people and why they vote for certain people. So if we can't have right people in key positions that are going to be ambassadors of the party or the president of our country to speak, to present what is right, then we are cheating ourselves, because at the end of the day, what we do right now, it will resound in the future, to come. So I don't want to be part of those people, that because I want to eat, then I should go and lie lies. No, that's not me. I've never done that. I'm a happy person. I live a very humble life. I sit and we eat together with the people of KABUSHI. I stay in a simple house, but to me it's like in New York, because why? My mind is at peace. I don't steal from people.
Incumbent says it's like Los Angeles. I don't know what it means. But he announced himself to be the chief bootlicker of His Excellency the President, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Does this bring happiness to you?
No, of course, as a man should stand up on his own. You can never start worshiping other people, then that gives you loyalty. No, that's not loyalty. Leadership demands that if I want to help the president, I need to tell him what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. Then I'm helping him. But if I'm telling him because I'm eating, and then I say everything is well, I don't love the president. I don't love my party. But it's important that there are people like us. We sacrifice to say, I would never lie to the president, because that office, it's not a simple office. It's a godly office. You can never lie to the president. It's not right. It's immoral. So leaking, it's not leadership, comrade. It's not. It can never be leadership. Leadership, it demands that I need to sit with you and say, no, boss, yes, you're my boss, in a respectful way. But I think for you to perform well, this is how we are going to move. If I start clapping for you, I'm not helping you. The bootlegging spirit is the Judas Iscariot spirit. It leads always to destruction, comrade. Yeah.
All right. So very critical issues that you've spoken about here. One thing for sure that even now you're speaking very passionately about the people of KABUSHI.
Yes, I'm so passionate about the people of KABUSHI.
Of course. It's one thing to be very passionate. It's one thing to aspire. And it is also another thing to be adopted.
Yeah.
The people of KABUSHI might say we want to rally behind Mr. Ndalama, yet, the party decides that it would rally behind the candidature of Comrade Bomanus. But one thing also that is for sure and undoubtedly true is the fact that the incumbent has got all the resources to mobilize the people for himself, influence people within the structures to ensure that he secures his candidature. All right? Well, let's come to you. Let's come to you. What happens if you won't be adopted as as KABUSHI aspiring member of parliament, in your constituency, by the party?
Okay, actually, like you said, maybe I want to.
And how is it even possible, really, that you can unseat the bulldozer?
Wait. Actually, it's not that I'm contesting in KABUSHI constituency. I'm standing.
All right.
Okay.
But just hold on. The incumbent is online, and he wants to ask a few questions to you. Honorable Bowman Lusambo, you're live on Muvi TV. Very well, thanks, Honorable. How are you?
Honorable Sambo, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you're on assignment.
Thank you so much.
And I expected a candidate who wants to come and move the bulldozer to have respect. But what I'm saying, I'm just being bothered. The bulldozer can crush any type of object. You have said we promised the people of Canberra police posts. You have said we promised the people of Luvuto internet. When you go to Luvuto secondary school, where I understand your wife is a teacher at Luvuto secondary school, we gave them computers, and after giving them computers, we even lobbied for Zamtel internet, which I know that it will be stored anytime soon. And those computers, which we gave Water Secondary School and many other schools in KABUSHI constituency, they are coming from the pocket of the minister, from the area member of parliament. KABUSHI constituency, first and foremost, is the constituency which is not a friendly constituency for any Jim and Jack just to come up and say, I want to stand in KABUSHI constituency. Standing is a democratic right, Mr. Ndalama. Standing is a democratic right. So when you're at a media platform like this one, a very important media platform, and they have given you a free airtime for you to express yourself, then you are starting talking about the incumbent. It is not about me. It is about what you are going to do for the people of KABUSHI constituency. Okay? Then I want to clarify, Mr. Ndalama, that you mobilized the people for bulldozer. Mr. Ndalama, you are just my young boy, okay? And you are still my young boy. The person I've been helping, the person I've helped, okay? I know your mother, I know your father. And when you say you have been helping the bulldozer, you're not there to make a name based on me. Make your own name. A bulldozer has created his own image. He has created his own trademark. So for me, what I can assure you, Mr. Ndalama, you are welcome in KABUSHI. And in KABUSHI, we are not even obstructing anyone to come and campaign in KABUSHI. We know what we have done to the people of KABUSHI, and we know what we are doing to the people of KABUSHI. The president is constructing roads in KABUSHI. The president has constructed Kapalala market.
Yeah, Honorable, quickly, maybe just take advantage of the time that you are here. Are you confident that the campaign promises that you promised the people of KABUSHI have been delivered to the people of KABUSHI?
Yeah. Actually, what we did, I'm a marketer by profession. I'm a marketer by profession. I started marketing, okay? And in marketing, they taught us, and I'm happy that one of my lecturers today is the permanent secretary for commerce, the one who was taking me in strategic management and the other subjects. They taught us that as a marketer, you under-promise, over-deliver. And that is exactly what we did in KABUSHI constituency. Our campaign strategy in KABUSHI constituency was to come and work on the odd sewer system in Kabushi constituency, which we have managed. The other thing which we promised the people of Kabushi constituency, we told them that we are going to give you boreholes because we had a problem with the water supply in Kabushi constituency.
And just hold on there, Honorable. Just hold on there. I might not be very familiar with Kabushi constituency, but one that has grown up in Kabushi and has lived there for more than 20 years is Comrade Ndalama here. And just when before you cut the line, Honorable, I want him to hold you to bring you to account, because you are with him when you are giving the people of Kabushi all these promises.
I wasn't, Andrew, point of correction. I wasn't with Ndalama. Ndalama was just one of the young boys I knew in Kabushi constituency.
But allow me to bring him in.
The people I worked with when I went to Kabushi constituency, and Mr. Ndalama is there to say to correct me if I'm wrong. The people I worked with in Kabushi constituency, one was Mwambaka Yula, two was Prosper, three was Mr. I used to call him Rashma, the chairman. We worked with. Ndalama was just like Siwongire at home. I moved with Siwongire. Okay, let's go. We are going this side. We are going this side. We are going this side. He was not instrumental in my campaign. The other thing which I did to Ndalama,
Would you confirm?
when I'm in Lusaka, I was entrusting Ndalama with my money to supervise issues to do with, by then, voter registration. I tell him, okay, what you're going to do is get these people from this point so that they can go and register as voters. The young man, he's my young man. And aspiring to stand, that is my young boys in Ndalama's democratic right. And for me, I like his courage. I like his courage. And I want him not to waste money because he has no money. I'll pay for nomination fee so that he can participate in those elections, not competing. Even himself, he deep down in that, he knows that Papa is Papa. He knows that the bulldozer is a bulldozer. So for me, I have no maybe ill feelings about Ndalama, because he's my young man, and he will continue to be my young man. He can say whatever things which he wants to say in public, but I can assure you that from inception, I've taken Ndalama as my young man. And when Ndalama was starting to move with me, I told him, Ndalama, I want you to go to Ndola and I will put you on a plane. And he told me, Honorable, this is my first time to jump on a plane. So for me, Ndalama is just a son in my house. So
thank you so much for.
When he's there, he should also give credit to Papa. He gives credit to the bulldozer. Because at the time I was going with Ndalama in Kabushi, he was just chased from
you bring in all those issues that I think for now.
So for me, I want to urge Ndalama that you are still my young man, and you continue to be my young man, and come back. Okay, come back. Even in the Bible, there's the prodigal son. Come back so that we can help you to grow in politics.
Continue watching, Honorable. You will respond.
I want him to continue working with me. He knows Ndalama. Ndalama knows my capacity, and he knows that this man is a good man. And I haven't changed, and I will never change.
Honorable.
So the most important thing is we have to come back and make sure that
of course
we give His Excellency Gachagua Lungu the needed votes. But for me, congratulations in Ndalama, because you are coming from my house and you have shown courage. But the most important important thing is, if you want to be strong, come back to our house. Okay, the door is still open for you.
Yeah, maybe before I could, cut you off. Do you have a question, Mr. Ndalama, for Honorable?
No, I don't think I've got any question. I think let's progress and,
All right.
and talk about the people of Kabushi.
All right, thanks, Honorable Bowman, for having come through.
Thank you very much. 2021 Edgar Chagwa Lungu Nafuti. I thank you.
All right, thanks. Well, on phone we're joined in by Kabushi, Member of Parliament, Honorable Bowman Musamba, who was just trying to give clarification, and according to him, he's mentioned a lot of, a number of issues that, the now aspiring candidate to take over his office will quickly respond before we can get to the critical issues that the people of Kabushi are passing through. A number of issues have been raised here, Mr. Ndalama. You are smiling when the incumbent was talking. He's watching now. Would you like to respond to some of the issues that he's spoken to?
No, the only thing I can say, he calls himself a bulldozer. So we'll meet on the ground. I'm game. And I've always been, like I said, I was designed and wired for such a time like this one. And I don't back down, comrade. You know me. I come from the very least. Right now, I speak on the world stage. It's not easy. It's never been there. I speak with the leaders, proper leaders of the world who knows how to prepare the people and how to develop countries. These are the people that I sit with. Okay? So when you say...
he says you align Mr. Ndalama because the issues they're speaking to, for example, you're talking of the police post in, is it Kabemba? Kambeva. He says there's a police post in Kambeva.
No, you go there. If you see, it's a 3 million police post. As far as I know, there are goodwill people that put up that post. It never came from...
But there's a police post there.
There's which was built by other people. Yeah.
He spoke about a school that you were supposed to provide internet for, and he says...
I don't know if the internet is there.
Not only provided internet, but he's also provided computers.
I don't know if the internet is there. Like I said, for me, when we went there, we spoke about the laboratory equipment. Okay, these are the things that I went and I approached my teachers who taught me at Lubuto Secondary School to say, okay, there's this person who's coming and he wants to help. For me, this is key because it's the only way I can give back to my school I come from. I don't know if the people of Kabushi will judge. If he says he's performed, it's fine. The people, I do believe they are watching.
Of course.
And for me, what I understand, the definition of a bulldozer is something that passes where there was no way. Okay, you create a way. He's the fourth MP on the PF that we created from nothing. So who is a bulldozer between him and me? He joined us. It's not like he was from MMD, he lost from MMD, and then he joined us, and we will come to him. It's me and the other people that created PF in Kabushi constituency. So he's a bulldozer. A bulldozer is something that creates a way where there was no way. We created a way for PF when he was in MMD. So he should not come and insult the people of Kabushi constituency by bragging that he has done a lot of things. For me...
He welcomes your participation. He says...
I don't need him to welcome it for me, comrade. This is my life.
And he says he's going to crush you because...
He can't crush me. He can't. Which capacity? Which capacity?
He's got all the resources.
So what? If he's got the resources, why are the people suffering in Kabushi constituency? He should show us these are the people that have helped. He can't crush me. He's not my God. He wasn't there when I was born. He's never supported me in anything. I went to school. He's never, not even a single way. I did everything. When I bought my first car, my BMW, he was going around saying...
Obviously, what he means when he says he's going to crush you is he's going to crush your political ambitions.
He can't. How? Who's got more to lose? You see who's going in 2021, and Kabushi constituency, there's a culture that he doesn't understand. We just give one term, and that's our Kabushi constituency. We don't mess around. You mess with the people of Kabushi, you are gone. Regardless of the titles, how you call yourself, we don't mess around in Kabushi constituency. Kabushi knows. Go there and find out. I have grown there. I know the culture of the people of Kabushi constituency. I live with them. They are my family. I'm connected to them. It's not about, it's beyond politics. And when I come to politics in Kabushi, I will never be throwing things like I'm throwing on dogs. We need to respect the people. Okay? Where I come from, we respect families. We respect elders. I've never slapped not even an elder person in my life. But I'm not a weak person. but I defend the weak. My culture, read. Did I beat any elder person? I respect people. I respect elders. Whether my parents were dead a long time ago, they taught me one thing. Every parent that you see is your father. Okay? Research. Who has beaten people before, old people? Never. Me, I've never done that. And I can't do that. This is why I'm going there, to represent the people of KABUSHI constituency. The elders, women, they come to my place. I sit with them. I know what they go through. So it's not about flashing without understanding what they want. These are the people that brought me where I am right now. You know, there's the Mulu family, you know, these are the people that helped me. They kept me in their homes. And it's high time that I can never betray the people of KABUSHI. He says I go back to him. To do what? I'm comfortable where I am.
Feeding you.
Feeding who?
You are his chola boy. The first time you got on a plane.
I was using my brains, my friend. I'm not a Dow follower. I'm a very smart person. When you go to Lutu, they tell you where my background is coming from. When you go abroad, they will tell you what I've done. You know, money can't buy me. I don't worship material things. I worship God. I'm here because of God.
Don't you think, in terms of the adoption process, don't you think Honorable Bowman Sambo is...
On that one, comrades, let me tell you one thing.
Let me ask a question that you answer properly. Who is the incumbent has got an upper hand, number one, because he's a member of the National Executive Committee. He's also in the National, Committee as mobilizer, and all those positions that he has to himself. Don't you think this gives him an upper hand? He's got all the resources that he needs to influence, anybody within the party structures. Don't you think he's got an upper hand to get adopted as opposed to you, Mr. Ndalama?
I'll tell you one thing, and like I said, no one is going to tell me that don't stand. It is my life, and I make my own decisions.
Nobody's going to tell you not to stand.
No. Who's going to tell me that? That's why I'm here. When I declared I'm going to stand, I never consulted to anyone. What I will listen is the people of KABUSHI constituency. Those are my people.
And of course, they've already spoken, isn't it?
Yes, I'm with them. We've got a system that is working in churches, in everywhere. Young people, we are together. So for me, I'm not even contesting. Like I said, I'm standing. Okay? I don't need anyone to tell me, no. I'm going to stand in KABUSHI constituency in 2021 August. So,
just to have clarity, you are going to contest on the 12th of August.
Yes, as long as I've got life, which I know God has given me this life.
Whether PF likes it or yes.
I'm going to stand. But
what happens when you're not adopted?
Look, like I said, I've been in PF for all my life. I've sacrificed everything that one can do in PF, okay? And you think now they're going to tell me don't stand and I'm going to accept that? I can't do that.
You don't accept?
No, why?
But if you're not given the adoption certificate...
No, the Constitution allows every person to stand. You've got independent MPs that have won.
The issue is, if you're not going to be given, an adoption certificate for
I'm going to stand. Look, like I said...
Whether you're not given...
PF or no PF, I'm standing. Maybe let me put it right. PF or no PF.
The SG made it clear. Davis...
Look, like I said, I belong to PF, but PF would never determine how far I can go in my life.
My question again is that Davis Miller, the current SG for the Patriotic Front, says... if someone says they'll stand on an independent ticket, they're going to go independent in these elections, they're not PF.
It's okay if they say that, but for me, I'm not supporting anyone just because of the name of the party, no. I'm going to support myself because I'm the right person.
You participate in the adoption process of the PF ticket. Will you participate?
I don't know that on that one, but like I said, I've put my name there, I'm going to stand. That's what you should know. Okay, I'm going to stand. PF or no PF, I'm standing. And PF will never determine how far I can go in my life. This is my life. And I've contributed wholeheartedly to the PF. In return, whatever I've gotten. So why should someone again tell me because of their position? Position is not leadership. Leadership is about the people. How are you developing people? That's what leadership is all about.
But confidently speaking, from your standpoint, do you think PF would adopt you?
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
I don't know.
Why?
I wouldn't know because, I don't know. These are
criteria, according to what the SG told us, that they are going to adopt anybody that is popular. If you're not popular, will not adopt you. The criteria is
I think they know who is popular. If they've got the system, they know. Rhetorics doesn't mean that you're popular. You can name yourselves whatever titles. It doesn't affect people. You know, you can call yourself, but 2021 is coming. We've seen people that thought you were so powerful. You can never, power people is more important than personal or position power. So if you respect people, they'll give you a chance to lead them, of which I've done that myself. I've been with the people of KABUSHI constituency all my life. Like I said, 20 years speaking for them. You know, I was elected as youth chairman for the constituency of KABUSHI constituency. The only mistake I made, I spoke the truth to say there's no way we can sell the library. I was removed from the position, you know. So for me, I'm giving you that, for me, it's the people of KABUSHI that comes first, nothing else. The people of KABUSHI. Those are the people that helped me, comrade, to go to school. It's the people that gave me fitumbo when I was suffering, you know. But others are Jehovah's Witnesses, like the simple core family. I would go paka ile paraninji mina bampere fitumbo. That's how I used to eat. So why should I betray my people? God is going to punish me. I can't do that. You know, like I said.
Let me ask another question as we are on this very issue of adoption. Would you accept to be adopted by another political party and not the PF, besides the PF?
You know, these elections, you have to be very, very open-minded. Like for me, I've learned a lot. Okay? I've learned a lot.
If the UPND invite you to contest...
I speak to UPND friends. I've got UPND.
Yeah, my question is, if the UPND invite you to contest on their ticket, what do you
I wouldn't accept? If they tell me what they feel this is right and how we are going to move us in developing the country, you know, that time will come. You know, but for me, I'll tell you one thing, and this is how we are going to do politics in KABUSHI constituency. Anthony Bwada is my personal friend who wanted to stand on, who wants to stand on UPND. All these, there are 4 guys. We sit with them and we have decided to say, whoever wins, it's about the people, and we are going to come together. Politics or political parties, this is what we've agreed with the people of KABUSHI that grew up in KABUSHI, who never separate us. These are the people, they belong to different political parties, but I sit with them. We sit and talk about the people of KABUSHI constituency. If we love the people, it should always be about the people. It's not about a political party, because without a political party, there can never be people. You know, political parties are made up of people.
The vehicle that Bowman used to get to Parliament and represent the people of KABUSHI is called Patriotic Front.
That I participated to form from the first, from the word go.
Obviously. Do you think this Patriotic Front has delivered to the people of KABUSHI?
On that one, no, it's actually, I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no, but I do believe we can still do. If we had, you know, someone who is, that, like, I'm told the current, he calls himself, he's so closer to the president, it's like generating power. If you're connected to the power station, okay, in the same loop, and then I can't see power lighting up where I am, I'm standing there, I'm the problem, I'm the resistance. You know, because everything fell up. Maybe I'm like going to the president and like, oh boss, when they give me something, up, the people are not seeing. It means we need to remove that resistance from the security, so that the benefits that should come from the head of state and the governance system should touch the people.
We've seen, Mr. Ndalama, the incumbent, distributing hundreds of bags of minimum to help mitigate the hunger situation in KABUSHI. You've seen him empowering marketeers. Don't you think it would be folly for you not to accept just a little iota of what is done?
Look, I don't believe that buying Muvi for people, that's development by far, and it can never be development. That's fooling people. It's like you want to keep people in a poverty situation so that you give them, and then you start controlling. That's manipulation. A leader develops people so that they start buying their Muvi on their own. Why should I buy Muvi for other people? Why should someone come and give me Muvi? Why can't I be given something that I will generate my own money to buy Muvi? That's what is called development. You can't be buying abandukati banabove. No. You know, because development, we need to help people to be independent. You know, that's what we call development. At households, let's help them identify what is that they can do on their own so that they become a human being by nature, feels very happy and fulfilled when they do something for themselves. You can never give people all the time and think that's development. That's not development, that's misleading. You know, it's manipulation of the people, of most of the politicians, which is not right, and we need to change such kind of politics in Zambia.
But also, you speak very confident about the Patriotic Front. You're not ashamed to say, I've been PA for the past 20 years. But a certain section of Zambian people feel that this party that you highly speak about has fallen short of the glory, especially as we head to, into this critical election. Why still do you want to hold on to a party that seemingly has fallen short?
I do believe, like I said, comrade, every...
And the evidence is there. If you look at the current economic situation, I don't think you're also happy with it.
No, wait. Every organization has got what they call the manifesto. I've read the manifesto, PF. It's a good document. But what we need is maybe change a few players. Okay? If we change a few, because development is about, or pushing a vehicle, it's about the drivers that we are giving, starting from the councillors and the MPs. Basically, sometimes it's not even about the president. But if he's got a good base of performance, he's going to perform. The president can never do things on his own. It's not possible. Even Jesus Christ, that's why he called his disciples. He engaged other people that were doing something. They had skills. You see what I mean? So he can never do it on his own. This is why every president needs a good team. People that are going to help him genuinely. Not praising him all the time, singing praises, worship, and they're thinking that that's loyalty. No, if you love the president, you need to work for his people. So that those people who are the majority, or who are the overall employers of the party and the president, they should be happy.
Are you trying to protect President Longo here? Because I'm meant to believe that everything rises and falls on leadership. And everyone that surrounds the president that you're calling the best is actually appointed by the same person called the president. And so, obviously, even before he appointed, for example, Honorable Bowman Nusambo as minister, all right, he had all the necessary information about Bowman Nusambo. He knew his capacity for him to deliver, and that's why he had the confidence to appoint him as minister. Is it justifiable, really, if you're going to say it's not about the president, it's about the people that surround him?
Like I said, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not here to discuss the president, of course. He's my president.
Well, here to discuss national issues.
Yes, but I'm not. Yeah, but I'm talking about. I'm not standing as president of Zambia. I'm standing for KABUSHI. So I'm trying to say, if the people of KABUSHI hasn't received what they are supposed to see, there is a problem there. Yes, it means we don't have a representation who is going to approach the president and say, this is what my people want. Because if I'm closer to the president, I know the president, he may have his whatever, but he's a person who's trying by all means to help the people. Okay, so if this person in my constituency, claims to be so closer to the president, and the people of KABUSHI constituency can't see no change, who is the problem? Maybe you're not speaking the truth, or maybe you're so shy, you are going there to sing praise and worship instead of speaking for your people, for your personal gain, which is not right. When we get in the office next August, it will be about the people, and we are going to push for the people of KABUSHI constituency, because this is what we stand for. It's not about me and growing my stomach. I don't know that. It's about the people of KABUSHI constituency.
Let's straight away go to some of the challenges you strongly feel the people of KABUSHI are pursuing, and your template in terms of the developmental agenda that you have for the people of KABUSHI. List them one by one, challenge, subsequent solution.
Of course, first thing, you need to look at the youth, because the youth are the future. Okay, these youth have got energy, and they are willing to work. So what they are looking for is a leader who is going to be innovative, and very initiative to say, okay, guys, there's this, and this is how we're going to move. When I say the youth, we've got people in secondary schools, we've got people that have finished school, others are teachers. But how do we bring all these people and cluster them according to their strength? And if they don't have skills, we need to train them. One, like I said, thank God I was exposed to international communities. And when I went there, I've always been going there. I've spoken about my people of KABUSHI constituency. We've seen people, Egyptians have come here, and we've signed protocols to say we'll be sending people for capacity building. Those that I'm representing the Turkish training, the International Confederation of Turkey, and the Egyptians Syndicate of Engineers, and other, organizations from Singapore in agriculture, Thailand, and Taiwan. Okay, so these people, what we are going to do, I can't give them my own money to say this, I'll be giving you this, but this is what we are going to do. They are willing, and we're going to do. We have organized ourselves. The people that passed through Luhuto Secondary, we've got a lot of engineers, economists, and everything. What we are going to do, we are going to cluster. First thing, we are going to identify the youth, okay? Put up trainings for them, okay? Because we need to change the mindset. I know the youth of Kabushi, but many of them, they have nothing to do. So what they are looking for, like I said, is leadership. When you control in that direction, give them a certificate after training them, maybe a month or so, you know, and then we say, okay, what are we going to do next? Probably we've got, say, farming. Those that want to do farming, we ask them, because you can't just impose on them. They should feel it from deep down the heart. And then from there, we move to those that want to go into universities, because it should be a continuation, you know, from this, what happens in the next 5, 10 years, 15 years of the people of Kabushi constituency. So from there, we've signed again with other people. There should be an encouragement. We'll be going to schools to say, whoever gets less than 10 points, these are the opportunities that you're going to start. You're going to have a chance to go to Netherlands. You're going to start. I'm the Netherlands Education Group ambassador for Zambia, the first in the country. You know, we are going to study in Turkey. We're going to study in Egypt, and all these medias. I've signed those documents. It's the only thing that I can help my people, because I really wanted to do much in terms of education. So there's no way I would hide deny them that opportunity. So in a way, if we can pick even young, develop those 5, 10 people, they can change their lives. You never know what that person is going to be in future, and maybe probably be the leaders of this country. And this is what, for me, I focus on about developing the people's minds, number one. We go to the women. I've seen, I sit with women, order and stuff, and let's see, okay, what is that they are able to do? Give them simple things, help them how to sell, or those whatever they're doing, okay? And train them, okay, there's a business, just like that, So there's a package of how we are going to create employment. That's key, number one, because what we are lacking right now in KABUSHI constituency, we're not saying everyone will be employed, okay, but we are going to identify, if we can identify 10, 20, there will be a ripple effect, on the other people. And they'll be saying, okay, if that guy can do it, even me, I can do it. So we are going to expose these people. And then we are going to engage people. Now we are going to be using CDF funds, because those are the owners of the money. It won't be me dictating, no, if you panga chimazembe mwapisha chimazembe vya 200,000, because nampisha chimazembe mwapisha, no. We need to engage the people and hear what they want, because leadership is about, you need to listen. Be a good listener, genuine from your heart, listen and have interest in people. If you've got genuine interest in people, they will tell you, you're going to open up to you, okay, so this, how do we move? Then guide them. I think this can be done like this. That's how leadership is. This is why some of us, we are always developing, reading, getting exposed to conferences, workshops, so that we have the knowledge how to create employment, how to do all these things. It's not a joke that will lead people. Politics should not be taken the way of being taken like it's a game. It's not a game. This is serious business. It deals with people's lives. And this is why we need young, vibrant, intelligent young people to get into those positions. And we are here to offer ourselves. We've got a track record, starting from colleges and universities, that we stood and we stand for what is right, anything that benefits the people. And this is what we present, and this is why we are here at this forum, and we are ready to serve the people of KABUSHI constituency. Very lovely people, So,
what would you say? Are those the only things that you like to address once you are elected as member of parliament, or there are more?
Of course, there are more. If we were to sit here, it would be.
Well, of course. What would you say personally gives you the comparative advantage over, for example, the incumbent? What is the comparative advantage that you have, against the incumbent? Because I think you probably will be, if you contest as independent, probably you'll be your biggest opponent if you go, head to head with him.
One thing is, I stand in KABUSHI. The KABUSHI people, they are not the people that I'm connected politically. They are my family. All these people, they don't even live in KABUSHI constituency. They came to use us for their personal gain, and we won't allow that anymore. So they know, the people of KABUSHI know. You can now come with all these material things, flash and stuff, but we are going to teach you a lesson, because I know the people of KABUSHI constituency. We are not beggars, and we are not looking for anyone to feeding us. We need leadership that is going to empower our people so that they can be empowered by themselves. We need to be partners in development, not to be told what to do. We need to engage them, so that we cooperate as leaders together. You know, yes. So they are not like doormats to be used, but these are the people that are human beings. And together we are going to sit with them and engage them, because it's them that knows what they are looking for. It's not to impose on them, no. And that's what I know leadership is all about. Engage the people.
Of course.
And let them hear you.
Allow me to pick one caller, and I hope this caller is coming through from KABUSHI to just get to give us a submission of some of the issues that we're looking at tonight. We're looking at, does KABUSHI need Ndalama on the 12th of August this year? He's my guest on tonight's edition of The Assignment. I hope this is from KABUSHI. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Who is on the line and where are you calling us from?
Good evening. I'm Andrew. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Who is on the line and where are you calling us from?
Okay, this is Piraten calling you from Kitwe.
From Kitwe, close to KABUSHI. Yeah. What is your contribution?
I just want, I think, to contribute towards the program.
Go ahead, sir.
I hope my good friend is getting me in Ndalama.
Yes, sir, very clear, very clear, comrade.
Honorable Ndalama, how are you?
I'm good, comrade. Thanks so much. How's your evening?
It's been long. The notice guy.
Yes. Oh, great. Go ahead, comrade.
Yes. I want to find out what are the challenges, the main challenges that you as an aspirant want to quickly work on if the people of KABUSHI gave you a chance.
Okay.
The biggest needs of KABUSHI now that the incumbent hasn't touched.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Right. Unfortunately, I cannot go on and answer more calls because a lot more people want to speak to you. Hundreds of people want to speak to you. But because of time, I'll allow you to respond to that question. He's a resident of the Copperbelt, Kitwe to be specific, and
Okay.
close to KABUSHI. Maybe you respond to his concern.
Okay. Like the key thing that we are going to wake up on is the use of employment. We need our youth to be employed so that when they get employed, they have something to do. They are going to be buying a meal for themselves and for their families. So that's key number one. And they are going to feel that fulfillment, that they are doing something.
It's easier said than done.
No,
When
I
you
know,
say creation of employment, how will you create that employment?
Look, I'm sitting as a director on 4 international companies, and these are companies that are coming here. So I know what I'm talking about. I went to Ethiopia to start with the African Union on how job creation. I'm the part of the AfriLabs. We design how we are going to create employment in Africa, 5 million jobs in the next 10 years in Africa. I'm part of that. So I know what I'm talking about. We've got the connection. We've got the people that are coming here to set up technology parks, you know, and it is going to create employment for our people, the young people. They will be trained. So on the issue of employment, I know the world has changed. It's about entrepreneurship, you know. So entrepreneurship creates value from nothing and from opportunities, you know. And this is what we stand here for, and this is the mind that we've come up with. So I know where to touch. I know who are going to help. Everything is signed, Comrade Mwansa. So we are not speaking from the rhetorics. It's something that we are going to do. We are going to create employment for our people.
Top of the
Yes.
agenda.
Yeah, because I've seen my comrades, you know, I've gone there. I've seen how our young people, you know, they are suffering. They've got nothing to do. Most of them, they are spending times in bars and everything. Not that it's their will, but because they have got, they don't have what to do, you know. So as a leader, we need. That's the beauty of leadership. Where there's a will, there's always a vision, you know, there's a way. So what is important is to have a vision. When you win, what is your plan after winning? You know, and we've got that plan. After winning, what next? And this is what we're thinking about. That's why you see me flying all over the world and this. It's not for jokes or for pleasure, comrade. It's for the people of KABUSHI constituency. That even a person who sold paraffin in KABUSHI constituency can be an internationally recognized globally because of what he went through. And this is what I'm coming to bring to the people of KABUSHI constituency. They made me. It's not, they helped me in any way. All those people, I need to give back to the people. And I know I'm connected, not simple people, no. These are people, innovators, entrepreneurs that are going to bring employment, even not just KABUSHI, even in Zambia, we are going to help a lot of people. I've sent people to Egypt. They have been, I never went there alone. I've always been going with people. There are people that, through my connection, for the first time.
Lastly, And I'll allow my camera person, Chris, to just give you a shot as you speak to the people of Kabushi, why they should put Ndalama as their member of parliament on the 12th of August 2021. Address the people of Kabushi. I'm going to give you a minute, sir.
Okay, thanks so much, Comrade Mwasa. And to my people of Kabushi constituency, we are family. I'm your child, I'm your brother, I'm your nephew, I'm your uncle. And let's work together. Like you know me, we've always worked together for what is good for the people of Kabushi constituency. I've been in Kabushi, I've never left Kabushi constituency. We have suffered together. I know what it means to buy, tubunga, tulotabu, pamela, and stuff. I know what it means, what you're going through. So it's high time that you put your own child, who you grew up with, someone that you created. And I'm here to serve you with all my heart. Let's work together and let's come together and do this together with you. We are going to plan and change our constituents and our lives together. Thank you so much, the people of Kabushi constituency. I love you genuinely with all my heart. And this is the time, 2021, August is when everything starts to change. And it is our time. This is the appointed time by God. I do believe we are going to make it, and we are going to make it big. Thank you so much.
Well, the people of Kabushi, there you have it. We've been discussing pertinent issues bordering on your interest. If Ndalama did it for you tonight, on the 12th of August, well, look out for him on the ballot box. My name is Andrew Mwansa. On behalf of my producer and director, Mavuto Piri, for now, good night, God bless, and ensure that you always mask up. All the best.
Thanks so much, Comrade.